How's it going, everybody? This is TC once again. I do appreciate all the subscribers and the comments. What I've got here is another treasure magazine. This is 1968 of June. One of the color uh, painted covers. I won't tell the story again. I did on the first video or two. The ones my dad used to bring home almost every weekday. When he came home from work and I'd read them as a kid. This one's got a cool painted cover, and it's in really good shape considering how old it is. And what I'll do here is I'll go through this, and hopefully we zone in a little bit, you'll be able to read most of it. And here's all the different articles: Massachusetts Gold, Virginia Treasure, Outlaw Gold in Oklahoma, Sunken Treasure, a little treasure music to go with this. Letters to the publisher. These are always interesting to read. A couple more pages. I usually had 4 to 5 pages of letters on these issues. And you got a $18 metal detector. Secret treasure code of Blue Ridge. Let me zone in a little bit more. I don't think the borders matter too much on these. You just have to see the writing. There we go. And here we have another Beale code. That was from a couple of issues before this. They had an article in there about the Beale treasure. Hopefully y'all will be able to read this by hitting pause. It looks like it's in focus. Here's the 25 million in sunken treasure. That's a pretty cool looking picture. The artwork was always pretty good on these, whether it was the cover or the interior. Get a shot of this. And the other page. Here's some of the Spanish coins that came off of it. This is off the coast of Colombia, it says. I know most treasure galleons you hear of, you think of Florida. Whoops, almost messed up. There's another page. Now that's something I've never done. High bank for gold. I've dredged in just about every other way looking for gold, with a sluice and all that, but I've never high banked. I've got an old Garrett, or a Bounty Hunter metal detector that looks really similar to this right here. I think it was the first one my dad ever bought. Some magazine books. And another story, Lead Mine. Of course, at this time, it looks like they were still using flintlock, so lead was pretty important. So it was probably worth a little bit more than it was later on, and what it is today. Here's some of the Dalton gang, their last robbery. That's 4 of them. I'm assuming that's Cole Younger. Emmett Dalton. Silver Creek Silver. There's some area around Silver Creek. 2 pieces of native silver. Some other ore. Apache Indian. And here's a neat little article. Is there gold mine in your attic? Talking about books, documents, things like that. I imagine comic books would be in here too. I hadn't looked at it. Of course, collecting comics wasn't as big a deal in '68 as it is now or later in the '70s. Although I imagine that would have been the time to start collecting the older books, as it's been in the late '60s, early '70s. Compared to what they cost now, you could have got all the Golden Age for a lot cheaper. Hundreds, thousands cheaper, actually. A little cartoon. There's usually sprinkled throughout the thing, usually 4 or 5 of them in the magazine cartoon. Another metal detector, $27. I imagine it probably goes to a depth of about an inch. Here's some question and answers, Von Mueller. Usually these were about stories from the past that they had or stuff like that. People wanted to see something in the future. Bottle collector's deal. A little article in there for that. Here's an article on Massachusetts treasure. This one's pretty neat. Opals. That's always been something I'd like to have done, was gone out west looking for the various emerald minerals that they have. Not just gold. There's some more opals, raw ones. And it's the beginning of the classifieds. And here's another article, story. about Confederate money. As far as I know, this stuff is still not worth anything, but I could be wrong. I know shortly after the war, a lot of the old houses were insulated in the walls with this paper, with the money, the Confederate money. I've heard stories about people tearing down an old house that's been around that long or was built shortly thereafter the war and had the walls full of the Confederate money as a way of insulating. On Padre Island, off the coast of Texas, they get their share of stuff washing on shore from sunken ships. Fairly long article. Lots of bottles. There's the end of that one. Another cartoon. And that will do it. That's the end. Here's the back, advertising a little scooter. $139. Woo. All right, well, y'all let me know what you think about that. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment.